What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WWF No Mercy. You guys wanted to see it. There were enough likes on yesterday's video, so therefore we're playing that IC title story. I wonder if all of these are 10 chapters or what the deal is. Let's go. Chapter 1. Road to the IC Championship. Slug, what are your plans for the future? Who is the current IC Champion? Well, everybody knows that right now, Kurt Angle holds the IC title. Hey, Angle, better start polishing up that belt. Shine it up real nice. It's gonna be mine soon. Normal single match, no requirements, branching pass, win or lose, Attack Slug and Jeff Hardy. The charismatic enigma here on a fine Tuesday on the program. What's going on, man? Here we are. Here we go. Raw was last night. Let's get into some Monday Night Raw discussions, shall we? As Jeff Hardy makes his way to the ring. So they open the show with your WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre, and of course he is fighting Dolph Ziggler at the horror show at Extreme Rules, which is the name of the show now, which is weird, but whatever. So yeah, he's fighting him next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday at Extreme Rules, right? And wouldn't you know it, who does Dolph Ziggler bring out to ringside, but he's just one man, Heath Slater, who, as a reminder, anybody who got fired back in April is under a 90-day non-compete, and that means they're technically still employees, right? And technically, they can still be used up until next Wednesday. That's the last day. July the 15th is the last day that they can get used in any kind of, if they are needed. They almost used Sarah Logan, and then they ended up not using her, right? So, that whole thing happened. But yes, Heath Slater on there to say, hey, Drew, when you got fired, I was there for you, but then I get fired, and where were you? So that was a cool twist to it, right? But they immediately book a match, and it's punch, 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 Claymore squashed him. And man, Slater looking swole. He is looking jacked. As Booker T would say, he's looking real good. So yeah, I don't know if that's it for Slater. Like, at the end of that, Dolph was beating up on him, Drew out for the save, and then they took a bow. I'm like, is that it for Slater for right now? Like, what's the deal? We know that Drake Maverick came back and got rehired. Will the same thing happen? Get back in the ring to Heath Slater, or will he go somewhere else? Because they've certainly been teasing him for Impact, which is next weekend. So, we'll see, man. We shall see, Jeff Hardy. Take one of these, Jeff Hardy. Rope break. Jeff Hardy. Gee, thanks. Much obliged. Much obliged. Knee to face. Deal with that. So yeah, always happy to see Slater. Fantastic free agent t-shirt and all. Good times were had with that. So maybe he sticks around and maybe not. Time will only tell on that. So, besides Slater doing the job there, which it was what it was, Inside the Hard Way. That went to a Bayley and Sasha Banks thing, which brought out Asuka, which brought out Kairi Sane. Imagine that. Because we had that teaser originally for Asuka that had Kairi, and then they got removed mysteriously. Oh my god, twist of fate on Jeff Hardy. How about that, Jeff Hardy? Is that enough? Is that just poetic justice that I gave a twist of fate to Jeff Hardy? Fantastic. So yes, Kairi was there and she fought Sasha. Match ended with a DQ. That's going to happen. Here it is. Twist of fate on Jeff Hardy. Oh! Alright. I do like how Raw in the PC, as of late, has been a lot of, merging from one story to the next as they walk by backstage, because it's such a small, constrained area that they're kind of blending in stories between different, bits of narrative. That's pretty cool. Not everything is super separated, so I can appreciate that. Chapter 2, let's save the game. The 9th Wonder of the World. I just dealt with China in the other one, and she's back to backstab me again, I guess? The double cross again here on SmackDown? I don't know, man. Slug, come on out. You're after the IC title? So am I. And if you can't beat me, there's no way for you to be the IC champion. Challenge me. Don't sing it, just bring it. And here comes the Slug to bring it. Bang bang, if you will. You're right. If I can't beat you, I should give up on the IC title. If you want to be first, I won't need much time. You only get 3 minutes. It is a 3-minute warning, if you will. 3-minute singles match, and again, the story will branch accordingly. Can I beat China in 3 minutes? She is the 9th wonder of the world. I'm going to say probably not, but here we are, and here we go. An immediate electric chair drop from China. This is going to just not go well for me, so I think we need to definitely hit the stupid analog stick, you dumb so-and-so. Get out of my ring, China, so I can taunt you from the inside repeatedly and get my meter up repeatedly, because otherwise, how would I ever win? So after that, we had the Kevin Owens show, alright, doing his KO thing, bringing out Seth freaking Rollins, and guess who came out? Rey Mysterio in the building, right, doing his thing on the show, and we find out that we're going to have a tag team match because Aleister Black was taken out backstage, right, and of course, it's Kevin Owens and Rey versus Seth and Murphy, and whoever wins that encounter gets to determine the stipulation at Extreme Rules. And wouldn't you know it, the faces won that match, and therefore it will be an eye for an eye match. And if you recall, you probably don't, but AEW had one of those back in February, which feels like 5 years ago. I had totally forgotten that was Moxley and Santana had an eye for an eye match, and I'm like, man, that feels like forever ago. What the hell? 2020 has been absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal is this year. But yes, that is the deal for Rollins and Rey. Now, I feel like that could have been saved for SummerSlam, but it wasn't. So, I don't know, man. That's fine. What's going to happen at SummerSlam? If it's just going to be in the PC, does it really matter? Doesn't really matter. Burning Hammer on China. Rope break. No rope break! And in 3, Attack Slug gets it. Man, I'm shocked that actually worked. So far, this has been way easier than the World Heavyweight title. I mean, it should be. It's obviously going a step down from that, so... Alright, cool. The Paths branch, yet again. Escort is Chapter 3. And there is Eddie one more time. What else is new? Latino Heat. So MVP, as was rumored, unveiled... Hold on. Tonight, I'm gonna hurt that jerk. China, stand in my corner. Tonight, please. Hey, Slug. I'm calling you out for hurting my China. Again, the path will change accordingly. Cool. Me and you, Eddie, let's go. So, as was rumored yesterday, they unveiled the new U.S. title. And as with any title that gets unveiled anywhere, people were mad about it. I thought it looked fine. It had a very old school look to it, and I can dig that a whole lot as someone who has watched a lot of old wrestling and has seen a lot of old belts. It looked kind of old school, and I dig that. I kind of, the only thing I don't like is that the word champion is way too big on there, you know? But other than that, it's fine. Kurt Angle is here! The IC champion is here to interrupt. Whose side is he on? Probably not mine. Probably not mine. He's mad about it. Angle does not want to face me. By any means necessary. Get out of here, Kurt. Get out of here, Kurt. You don't want none of this. You don't want none of this slug on your ass. Alright, so, besides that, MVP and Lashley fought Cedric and Ricochet as Apollo Crews was not in the building. Does he have the virus? We don't know. There were a lot of people who perhaps had it and they won't tell us who it was, so there was that. But yes, It was a tag team match, and of course, predictably, Lashley and MVP win that match. Also, MVP is facing Apollo at Extreme Rules, which is like, wait, why isn't it Lashley? Is that for SummerSlam, I guess? I don't know, man. Where is this going? I do not have any earthly idea, but it is what it is, regardless. So, 6-man tag team matchup was Randy Orton, Andrade, and Angel Garza going up against The Big Show and the Viking Raiders. So, that was the thing, and the whole point of that match was to keep Orton and Big Show from being in the ring at the same time to continue teasing their eventual matchup. They did a good job with that, and all of that entailed business. But Randy Orton getting that RKO and his team getting the win. Now, afterwards, Randy Orton was in a backstage deal talking to Ric Flair, and in comes R-Truth. And he accuses Ric Flair of being Tozawa. And then here comes the actual Tozawa, and he's like, 2 Tozawas! Runs away. And then Randy Orton helps R-Truth and puts the ninjas chasing R-Truth the other direction. And none of that made sense, but it was entertaining. It's kind of all I care about at this point. So I did enjoy whatever the hell that was supposed to be. But I still get mad that we never got Drake Maverick and Hornswoggle, and having R-Truth say 2 Hornswoggles? That never happened. Like, still mad about that. That should have happened at Raw Reunion. So, anyway, Power Slam. It was what it was, and it is what it is. Billie Kay beat Ruby Riott. We have no idea. Where is Liv Morgan? Does she have the virus? Nobody knows, right? But that was a thing that last week Ruby lost to Peyton Royce. This week, she lost to Billie Kay. You notice the trend here. She's going to need Liv Morgan. At some point, it's going to be a tag team match. Playa, that's how wrestling works. And your main event, Bayley, Dos Straps versus Asuka. There was Nikki Cross at commentary. She got ejected and then came back at the very end to distract Bayley, and Asuka gets the win there. Rolled her up, made it happen, and that was the end of that show. Next week is going to have those women's tag team titles on the line between Bayley and Sasha versus the Kabuki Warriors. And I'm hyped for that bit of business. Sorry, Eddie. Not even Kurt could help you out there. Beaten with the Brainbuster. Oh, hell yeah. Here it is. Let's see it again in slow motion. Picking him up and bringing him straight down. Brainbuster. And that's going to do it for a Tuesday. Already on Chapter 4. Going way smoother than that world title path went. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. See you next time. And I'm out.